Disney vacations, all-inclusive resorts, cruises and family trips to Idaho. Travel to your favorite place and have a celebration. Sandpiper Vacations.
Broadcasting from the Sandpiper Vacation Studio. Welcome to Parents' Night Out with no new friends. The comedy break every parent deserves. This is the podcast where parenting meets pure, unfiltered fun. Real, raw hilarity. It's your night out without the kids, where nothing is off limits. And we say what everybody else is thinking. Whether you're a parent or just need a good laugh, we've got the adult humor you crave. So kick back, relax, and get ready to let loose with us. This is Parents' Night Out with no new friends.
Hey guys, welcome to the Parents' Night Out podcast, where I get the pleasure of hosting this evening. No pressure whatsoever, no notice either, so that's great. Let's see. How are you guys doing this week?
Well, who are we?
Are we allowed to talk now? So I'm so sorry. With us is the ex-host, Scott. You can say something, Scott.
Thank you. Something.
The ex-host. The emotional support gay, Nick.
I get to be second. I'm proud of this. I'm moving up.
I always go first, so.
Sorry about that, Scott. Scumbag reselling hoarder, Chris.
It's a me. I'm a gay.
Congratulations.
Me.
Thank you.
I'm still working on a new nickname. You know, I was using somebody's personal favorite, ChatGPT, today, trying to figure out a new nickname that more
Any
coincides. Lewis sent me about 56 of them, and I picked out one, and it was okay. It was okay. It was the Petty Picasso. I kind of like that, you know, because as much as I love old things and nerdy things and stuff, I am above all incredibly petty and incredibly sarcastic. So, you know, we're getting somewhere. We're going to stray away from the Jewish American princess, though, you know, because it just doesn't coincide with my personality anymore, Scott. I'm so sorry.
You proclaimed yourself the Jewish American princess
like
100 episodes ago.
Yeah,
it was one time.
Way before I was on.
Was it before you were on?
Oh, yeah.
I think I was really just giving context. I don't know if I was self-proclaimed. I think you grabbed onto it and just said, that's it. I'm using that.
I did. But I liked it better than the everybody's favorite food truck critic, because that I was funny for like 2 episodes.
Well, considering I haven't been back to a food truck since that, I don't think that works very well.
I will say, I don't know if, I don't want to say Scott's picking favorites, but he coined you a princess in the last host. He coined a queen. So
okay.
I would probably take it personally.
So my name actually means princess in Hebrew. So
why did you wait so long to tell us that? This makes way more sense now.
I knew this.
Do your research.
There's so many things we don't know about.
Yeah, you're a Republican. Don't you do your own research, Chris?
I only listen to what RFK has to say.
That'll get you far.
I thought it was just a name. I didn't know it had a meaning.
Of course it has a meaning. What does yours mean?
Person of Christ.
See, well, all right. I know nothing about that. Sorry.
It's pretty. It's like in the name though, so it's kind of a cop out. Christopher. You know?
Are you Christopher?
I'm Christopher.
I should know this. I'm your travel agent. I have your legal name on file.
You have my social security number.
Do you have his credit card number too?
Oh yeah, I got everything. Well,
it's
Emily's,
my parents. So yeah, it's not mine.
I wouldn't do that to them.
Yeah, they're too nice people. So can we talk about the fact that the quietest person is hosting tonight?
Hello, everybody. Honestly, not the quietest person. Only the quietest person for an hour on Monday nights, because I attempt to get a word in. Yeah, I attempt to get a word in edgewise, but I don't know. Like I've told you guys before, I talk nonstop. People look at me and they're like, when is she ever going to stop talking? Oh my God. the way I tell stories, I have to make sure everybody knows every detail for like the past 6 months leading up to whatever I'm telling the story about. So yeah, guys, I'm trying. I'm trying to talk more. So thanks for the notice on this. I've been thinking about it all day.
I figured that if I gave you 2 weeks, because all you kids with your anxieties and stuff, I would.
That's a little triggering, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah. We get it from the old people, motherfucker.
I was afraid that I was going to send you down a spiral, and I didn't want to do that. So I was like, you know what? And okay, in all total transparency, it hit me 2 days ago. Oh, crap. We're recording our April Fool's Day episode. What are we going to do this year? And I'm like, I know, Sarah's hosting.
Yeah. And I woke
Easy
up
peasy.
this morning and I got to work and I was like, oh, everything's great. And I went, oh, shit, it's Monday, guys. And they're looking at me like, what's wrong with Monday? Today is the day. It's crept up on me. 48 hours just flew by. I don't know what to do. I told you before we started, I was talking to Lewis yesterday and I was like trying to rehearse a little bit, get it all going. And I introduced myself as Sarah from No New Friends podcast, which is still accurate in a sense, but he had to remind me that for months now we've been Parents' Night Out. So I do
fun
show
fact,
up.
Before I do a monologue, on the rare occasions that I do that, I go into Emily and I'm excited. Hey, I just wrote a monologue for tonight's episode, and I know it's gonna be good if I leave the room and she just looks like pure disgust is on her face. Like I know that I've written a good monologue. The worse it gets, if she cuts me off in the middle, then I know I have gold.
Wait, did you write a monologue for tonight?
No. But we were talking about reciting things. Actually, Sarah wrote a monologue. Go ahead, Sarah.
Actually, no, I did not. No, I did not. Give me something I'm interested in. I could go on like it's a monologue, but no.
Kanye West.
Whoa.
Well, I figured that's why you were dropping the name, because you're like, I got to do, you pledge your allegiance.
No, I leave that up to you. You let me know what's going on with Kanye West. I know nothing about it. Nothing at all.
Well, Sarah,
go ahead, Scott. Go ahead. No.
You're the host. You're the host.
Well, then I'm passing it on to you, Scott. What would you like to say?
So when I was saying goodbye to my wife, I'm like, hey, I'm going upstairs to record. She's like, what are you talking about tonight? I'm like, I don't know. Sarah's hosting. And she's like, oh, well, tell her I said hi. And I was like, you don't even know her. And she's like, well, you tell her that she can play with my lightsaber whenever she wants. And I didn't know if I should be turned on or disgusted.
Expensive. So yeah, disgusted.
I was just going to say yes. Take that however you'd want. Her lightsaber is the only one I haven't played with. So.
Oh.
Wait.
Mace Windu, right?
I was gonna say, you have to be way more specific.
Come on, guys, get your heads out of the gutter.
I thought you were talking about that time at Starbucks when you fell in love.
That wasn't me. That was a different female host.
That was a different female host who fell in love at Starbucks.
Wow.
That was the queen, Nick. That was the queen.
That was the queen.
I have my sister-in-law. She's got a barista.
That's what it was.
Yes.
It's okay. I take no offense. I think we're still fresh.
But hold on, Sarah did have she was the woman from Savannah.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The woman named Savannah.
I have done too much damage to my brain cells. I completely forgot about her. I really did. But thank you for bringing that up again. She was so nice. Yeah, I think we did have a moment.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to listen. What episode was that? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't. Okay, a long time ago, I used to be able to tell you exactly what episode everything happened in, but we're like 270 some odd episodes in. I don't remember. I remember what happened. I don't remember when it happened.
You still do it all the time.
Do what?
Yeah, you do.
Note which episodes by name.
Yeah.
If it's recent.
It's still hard to do for a normal person.
Or memorable. So
or memorable.
Now I see. Yeah, now I see where I land in that. It's not recent or memorable. Thanks a lot, Scott.
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
Well, I know when a lot of our classic moments have happened, like the Bubba Job one, that was in the episode called The Smiling Coast of Africa, I think. And then Do
Easy.
They Know It's Christmas was when we learned about Do They Know It's Christmas. And then Dangling the Sex Carrots was The Dog in the Bed.
Mm.
Those are the 4 that I know.
2 of those 3 were
Okay.
unplanned, just like your kids.
Just like this entire episode's going to be.
Wait, 2 out of the 3 kids were planned. It's just the 1.
Listen,
I
go
forget
with
you have
the bit.
3 sometimes.
So do
Because we
I.
never talk about the other one.
So do I. I forget too.
He lives a quiet middle child life.
She does.
Really
live a
does.
quiet middle child.
She's the lucky one, right? Especially in that household.
Yeah, about that.
Oh, this is where I transition. I'm struggling.
oh, good for you.
Oh,
Congrats. Are you guys still allowed to do that in Florida?
what are your pronouns?
We'll cut it. No, actually, we can't cut it. We have to actually
We have to add it.
add it.
Be creative. There'll be a new one tomorrow, so just let me know. We'll figure it out.
Sarah, you're still off of Facebook, right? You're not on Facebook
Yeah,
anymore?
100% off Facebook, off Instagram. I found out that my favorite store closed in within a 5-day span that I wasn't at work because I don't have Instagram. So
Your favorite store? What? Michael's?
Joanne Fabrics.
no, but I was talking
did.
about them
Bagel King.
today. No, it's a vintage shop. Come on, guys.
Mm.
I feel
bagel
like
spot.
Sarah's going to be like someone who's like been in a coma for like a year, and she's going to wake up and we're going to have to like, tell her these things that have happened. Like, oh, the Boston Red Sox won their first World Series, or,
They've won
I
like
don't know,
20.
just different
They've won like
things.
20 World Series. I think that was a really bad
Well,
example.
I feel like every day that I wake up, it's like that. It's like, oh, guess what's happened in the world? Speaking of which, I'm preparing. I think I've told you guys this. I'm preparing for whatever the future holds because I've been playing Fallout, right? I've been watching Handmaid's Tale, and I've been reading a great book, 1984.
What book?
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
Is that
when I
a
was
Steven
born.
Spielberg?
No, not even close.
That's Schindler's List. That's very insensitive.
It was.
Respect your host, Scott.
It's a really good book. It's political.
Okay.
It's utopian, dystopian, all that, but it's a really good book. Anybody read any good books lately?
Ooh, I've been trying. It's too hard. So I've just been
Words
listening
are
to a
hard.
lot of. No, it's hard to find the time. It's hard to find the time to sit down and read a book. It's easier to listen to an audiobook, but then I zone out. Okay, I've been playing a lot of Madden lately, and I've been trying to.
But it's hard to find time to read a book.
And I've went through. So the fun thing with Madden is you do a franchise mode and you rebuild really bad franchises. I've tried 7 to 8 different teams and I get tired 2 or 3 seasons in. So it just shows you how much time I've put into the last few weeks. And it's like I pretend I'm going to work. Like I get dressed a little fancier because I'm usually an owner of the teams. I'm like an executive. I lock myself in my office. Emily has no idea I've been doing this. I tell her that I have to work, and my mother-in-law will be over watching the baby. I said I have to work in my office. My mom will be over. I said I have to work. I have a lot of scheduling to do, and so I'm scheduling preseason matchups, and I'm making executive decisions in trades. And it's been a really bad. But Emily probably won't listen to this for a few more weeks because she's backlogged on the podcast. So I have a few more weeks to be able to win my first NFL championship. But anyway, so I try to listen to an audiobook when I'm doing that. But
There's
running
about
a
10,000
franchise,
people that are backlogged on our episodes.
running a NFL franchise while listening to an audiobook is a very dangerous business because other owners will call and try to fleece me and try to like trade me players for nothing, and I get sucked into like I don't know a game of Fire and Roses or whatever that book is called. Like a sex scene will pop up and it's like, ooh, I just traded away my franchise on accident, my future of the team. So in making a long story long. No, I haven't read any books lately.
Nick?
I say you're not on social media, so you didn't see. I actually posted a picture when I was on vacation a couple weeks ago. So when I was at Disney back in October, we got a free book from John Stamos, and it was his like life story, basically. I'm on chapter 5. I started this book 3 months ago. I'm very slow at reading books, but
It's because when Nick's reading it, it's by John Stamos, so he gets a visual, and now a lot of the pages are stuck together.
it's a little crispy sometimes. But so yeah, he talks about his love life and how I'm in love with him. That's all I got. So on this last cruise, I told myself, I'm like, I'm going to read this book. It's an easy read too. It's like literally each chapter is like 2 pages. And so clearly I've read 10. But I posted a picture. I sent it to my best friend, Maddie, and showed her. I was like, look, I'm reading my book. I'm laying on the beach. It's so relaxing. 3 seconds later, my gummy hit and I ended up taking a 2-hour nap on the beach. So didn't go very far on that one. But I read a lot of kids' books.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I have a 7-year-old, so we read to her every night. Scott, did you ever read to your kids?
No.
Makes sense.
I did, not like consistently, which is why they all struggle with language arts. Sorry, Darren. But I mean, like I did, but it took a lot of energy for me to read them these books because I did them in character voices. Like I would switch my voice because, you know, I'm very theatrical. So I couldn't just read it straight. I had to read it gay.
Wait, how long does it take you to switch voice? You're acting like switching voices takes a couple minutes per switch.
Okay.
Like it's literally just reading the book, but in different tones.
Yeah, but okay,
Who are you kidding?
It takes a lot out of me because, like, okay, I'm reading the Muppets. It takes a lot of energy to do the Miss Piggy voice, Kermit, and like my throat starts hurting. And
So you take break of an intermission in the middle of your cardboard book.
I do an intermission, yeah. You know, Kermit is not easy to do for, you know, you have to constrict your throat.
Are you trying like the real voices?
That was pretty
What's that?
good.
All right. That's actually pretty good.
Have you guys never heard me do Kermit?
Oh, wait, please don't say that. You sang Rainbow Connection like every time I've seen you.
That is true. That's my go-to karaoke.
Which has been once.
Which has been one time.
But that was a lot.
You're
It was
gonna
like
hear
6
it again
times in
soon.
that one trip.
We do have to do a karaoke night. Maybe we should go to like a karaoke place. Just
I'd love to.
Bring the baby with you.
Yeah, so she could sing. She can do her little chirp. I think it's a fire alarm. We'll have the whole place to ourselves.
But the last time, Nick, that I read, or Sarah, that I read, whoever asked me, I don't remember.
I did.
Okay. The last time that I read my kids a book, it was actually during COVID, like OG COVID, when everybody was trying to find like creative things to do. Rachel
Darren
and
had just turned 18.
Rachel and I did like the first version of the New Friends podcast. We'd sit on the patio and go Facebook Live and essentially did like this television show. Just her and I. And then at 8:00 at night, I would go Facebook Live and I'd read a children's story for anybody who wanted to, because my daughter was not with me. My daughter, Abby, was with her mom. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it was, and not that I read to her a whole bunch anyway, but I was like, you know what? This is going to be great for content and great for followers. And I can connect with my daughter because I can't see her right now. And that would be cool for her to see daddy on Facebook Live and all that. And this was, 5 years ago. So she's 6 or 7 years old.
Why is she on Facebook Live? My dad's on Facebook. She's going to tell all of her kindergartner friends.
It's like my daughter wasn't with me. So, instead of calling her and FaceTiming her, I broadcast me reading a book to all my adult friends. She'll probably see it someday.
The funniest thing is this completely makes sense because it's like, you basically are like, your kid wants you and needs you, and you're like, going live. And that's literally me last year, the same time last year when I was in the hospital, and I sent a text message to the group, hey guys, I'm in the ER or the ED, and you're like, going live, don't care. So all makes sense.
I wish that this was a bit right now, but this is 1,000% true. Her mom had Facebook. Obviously, Abby didn't have Facebook at 7 years old, and she's like, here. But
what time would you go on live to do this at night?
8 p.m.
Okay, so she had to wake her up. Hey, your dad's live on Facebook.
No, she went to bed at 8. And I'll tell you what. At the time, that was like the largest viewer count on my Facebook Lives was me reading kids. Well, then
3.
You tripled from your last one.
I was like, I'm going to be like all these celebrities that are doing things, John Krasinski, who did Some Good News, and all these people doing things to entertain people. So we did, it was the Scott and Rachel show, hurricane coverage, coronavirus edition, because every time there was a hurricane, I would go Facebook Live. So everybody knew me for my Facebook Lives during
Everybody.
hurricane. 5 people. And then we would do that at like, I don't know, 5, 6 o'clock and sit there and get drunk. Then I'd read bedtime stories at 8 o'clock. And then at 10 o'clock, I went on and read bad reviews from Amazon, like those funny, like really crazy reviews. And then, no, that was at 9 o'clock. And then at 10 o'clock, I was going to do karaoke. But Rachel said, no, I'm drawing the line at karaoke. But anyway. 100% true. This is all day. And in fact, because we're now like March 24th, this 5 years ago, we're in OG COVID. So it's popping up on my Facebook memories, these live streams that I did. And I just remember, I was like, oh yeah, I used to read bedtime stories.
Well, the reason I asked tonight,
5 years ago.
Yeah. I say that's the reason I want to talk tonight is about bedtime stories. Sarah, did you read the girls' stories?
Yeah, here and there, but they like to read themselves stories. They like to read themselves.
But like when they were younger, did you?
I wasn't here.
Did you have
that
any
much.
like favorites?
No, they had like Dr. Seuss books, that just the simple stuff. And then they started to get into chapter books pretty young, actually. So
wow.
My mom used to do like the Goodnight Moon and stuff like that with me. So I always have an appreciation for those.
I know we used to read her that one, but you guys live in Florida, so these books that we read here are probably banned. Part of being, and this is something that I wanted to share tonight, mainly because Chris is a parent of an infant, and share some amazing stories that we read to Piper. As a gay dad, I wanted to make sure that she feels seen and heard, and there's so many great books out there about that involve gay dads and stuff like that. There's one called, here, I'm going to hold this up if you are listening right now, we actually record live on Mondays on the YouTube, so you can go listen, but hold up a book here. This one is called My Shadow is Pink. This one was one of my favorite books. I think I talked about it on like After Dark.
Yeah, because you bought it for us.
When I did that. Did I buy you this one too?
Yep. That's in our library. Yep.
So they just came out with like another one too. My Shadow is Purple. But it's basically teaching kids that you don't have to be a girl to play with trucks and cars. You don't have to be a boy to, or you can be a boy and play with Barbies and stuff like that. So that book made me cry because I'm like, I wish I had something like that when I was a kid, because I felt different as a kid. I wanted to play with Barbies too. Didn't know I was gay at the time until the next year.
Desire to play with Barbies has nothing to do with gay or straight.
No, I played with Polly Pockets when I was little. A lot.
I definitely.
That's not surprising because you're the size of one, but.
Oh my God.
I definitely enjoyed playing Barbies with my sister.
Scott would just undress them and probably sniff their feet.
Shut up, Chris.
So we're at the doctor, Piper's pediatrician, a couple weeks ago, and I know I talked about this previously on the podcast. I'm not going to go into detail, but Piper has been into pre-puberty since she was basically like 4. She's been wearing deodorant and had some other health things come up. So our doctor recommended a book to us called It's Not the Stork. Has anybody ever seen this one or heard of this one?
That's Scott's favorite book.
It's probably Scott. So it's called a book about girls, boys, babies, bodies, families, and friends. So it's teaching kids that you grow up as a boy and grow up into be a man. It doesn't get into that part where they can transition later in life. This book was maybe
part 2.
Yeah. I wish it would be awesome if there was one. But Piper's been asking about where babies come from. And this book has been pretty helpful, but it goes into a lot of detail.
Really?
Like there's some words that I had to cut out of there.
Babies come from leprechauns. We learned this last week.
It doesn't come from the stork. But there is something that I learned as an adult in here.
Really?
And maybe the guys don't know this, but I'm sure Sarah knows this.
Probably not, honestly.
So it teaches you about body parts. that boys have a scrotum
Oh,
and a penis.
I know you know that. So
I
Yes.
definitely knew that.
It talks about girls' body parts and how they have a belly button and nipples
yeah, guys don't have belly buttons.
and a vulva.
A vulva,
What
like the
fuck is a vulva?
the vehicle.
That's what I thought. Sarah, do you?
It's a part down there. Ooh, don't ask me to be specific.
There's more than one.
There's a couple.
Don't answer that question.
right?
Don't answer that question.
This book talks about there being multiple holes and
What?
Yeah.
it talks about semen coming out of the urethra and stuff like that, and it says for ages 4 and up. Guys.
I was just going to ask you.
Yeah,
This does say for ages 4 and up. So
down in Florida.
I started reading. I had to cut out a few of the words I was not comfortable reading them, but I was proud of myself for not laughing at the word vulva. I'm like, that's what they're calling the vagina in this book, or the lady part, I guess.
So what's really funny, I went to Catholic school, and when we were starting, like,
They just showed us. They didn't read the book. They just showed us.
After the priest got done, so before we got into it, and we took it
Before we got into it.
before we got into the sex education, it was taught in theology class, and I don't know why, but anyway, he wrote all the words on the dry erase board. So
Like you walk into class and it's just like penis.
I go in, there's a big penis on the board. There was also the word written on the board as well. But we had to go through, and he's like, okay, do you know what this means? And like the whole point of it was to get all the jokes out of the way. So we get to, and again, I went to Catholic school, and every time we'd end a prayer, we'd say amen, right? Mm-hmm. And me and this other, one of my classmates, every time we say amen, we'd walk around the classroom going, amen. So anyway, we get to the word hymen, and I'm like, oh, I know what that means. It's what you say at the end of the prayer. Hymen. Hymen. And that's literally so I actually knew the word Volvo. And I said, oh, my friend has that car. Because I was the big jokester.
And that's the last time you've seen one too.
Yeah.
You know what they did at the end of the lesson? Father Maroney zipped up his pants.
There have honestly been times that Lewis has said something, or we've like been watching something, and I'm like, what is that? And he's like, babe, that's part of you. I'm like, what? Are you serious? Like, I took
That's the
AP.
part I played with last night, babe. When you screamed, that's what I was doing.
Oh, it makes sense. Like, I took AP anatomy. There's no reason I shouldn't know these things. Also, I'm a woman.
You took AP anatomy?
Yeah.
A fucking nerd.
Yeah, Lewis is currently enrolled.
He's got an A in that.
Don't talk about my plans for tonight, okay?
Just very studious.
And people are asking in the chat. Yes, there are pictures in this book. I haven't seen like an erection yet. This is called "It's Not a Stork." It's available on Amazon. Scott, in case you're wondering where babies come from,
I know.
It's not the pull and pray method. That doesn't work. That didn't work. So the last book I want to talk about tonight. So we love a good sense of humor in our house, and it's not just on the podcast, but one of our favorite books to read is Brenda's Beaver Needs a Barber.
Whoa! Wait a second.
Have you guys heard about this one or
Yes.
seen it all?
And I thought it was a joke.
No,
I thought it was a joke because someone's reading it on TikTok. I'm like, this has got to be a joke.
I thought it was fake too.
It's all over. It's all over like TikTok and everything. It's a very interesting read. So let me just start it out with you.
Please do.
So Brenda has a beaver and she's ready to confess. As soft and I don't know if I can go through this. As soft and sweet as it may be, her beaver is a mess. And there's a picture of her beaver.
And if your beaver's a mess, just visit manscaped.com.
No, they don't sponsor us anymore.
Use the expired code. NNF.
Brenda's beaver's big. Brenda's beaver's hairy. Every guy who's seen it says Brenda's beaver's scary. So this book is one of my favorites. And there's more in the series of books too.
Really?
So
What's
they
the
have-
sequel?
That's traumatizing.
It's not really a sequel, I guess. It's more of like a spinoff. So they have Susie likes to look at balls.
In the Beaververse? Is that what this is?
Come swing with us. Spank-
What?
Can be taken in two different ways.
yeah, it's a kid's book, guys. Where's your twisted mind at? Spank the monkey lends a hand.
That's
And
about our weekend last weekend.
My
right?
personal favorite: put Tony's nuts in your mouth.
Oh, that's very direct. That's definitely not a kid's book. That's very direct.
Hey,
That's
is this for the kids or is this for you and Sean post gummy?
Yes,
Gummy.
I
I was like, whoa, wait a second.
gummy.
So
not-
you read after that?
It's the only time I read. So, so we read it to her, and sometimes I've been a little stoned when I've read it, and I just cannot stop laughing. And she doesn't understand, obviously, that it's a different innuendo. I don't know why I understand that part because it's talking about a beaver, and I know nothing about them.
It's been very educational for you, huh?
Yeah, I've learned a lot. They're very hairy. Some of them have landing strips. Some of them go Brazilian. It's a very
I definitely
interesting
think
read.
we should read more of these on air.
Yeah, I can definitely. I have quite a few to read to you guys.
I actually have a really good idea. I'm going to order these books for content, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read an excerpt from that and an excerpt from like some gay porn books or just the adult books, and you guess which one's the
which?
child's book, which one's the adult book.
Yeah, I like that.
I like it.
Do you have adult books on hand?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
But I'll have to get those
Just
too
wondering.
for research.
Nick, were you done with the book, the whole book
Content.
thing?
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
it was, I don't know, like I understood where you were going with it, but to me, everything that you were talking about was just a little bit too straight. So I just kind of want you to move. What's the words? Oh yeah, that's right. Move. I'm gay.
Perfect. Move. I'm gay.
Here he comes, so fierce, so fab, strutting in with shimmering sass. Emotional support, gay in the ring, gonna win with flair and bling. Sparkles flying high, rainbow in the sky. He's the fierce one we adore, kicking down.
A little disclaimer on this, first of all. So I had an idea of what I wanted to talk about tonight, but I had a couple emergencies I had to attend to today with work. So I did not have time to write it myself. So I put all my ideas not into ChatGPT because that's too filtered. I put it into Grok, and Grok wrote me a script.
What's
with-
Grok?
Grok is
gay ChatGPT?
it can be. I made it that way. And so I put in my ideas and I read it. I was like, wow, this is really good. And then it had suggestions on the bottom. Make it funnier. Make it more inappropriate. So I pressed make it more inappropriate. And I'm reading this for the first time because I read the first line and I had to mute my mic because I started laughing. It is one of those vulgar things I've ever seen in my life. So anyway, intro music, a filthy remix of It's Raining Men with moans and whip cracks in the background. That's what it's suggesting. All right.
Alex, edit that together, please.
Please.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, hello, you filthy glitter sluts. It's your horniest diva here, fresh off a three-way with my dildo and my dignity. Ready to serve up some piping hot tea on tonight's pod. Strap on. Oops, I mean strap in. Because I'm about to unleash a torrent of fabulous filth that'll leave you gagging harder than a twink at a bukkake brunch. Let's start with Wicked. Oh, honey, I sashayed into that theater with my assless chaps and a butt plug shaped like a broomstick, expecting a full-on gay orgy set to music. But what did I get? A PG-13 snooze fest that's less queer than a missionary quickie. I wanted Elphaba and Glinda to ditch the singing and start trimming on the yellow brick road. Tits out, lube flying, while the wizard watches and cries into his Viagra stash. Instead, they're holding hands and singing about friendship. Bitch, I don't need friendship. I need them to 69 in the Emerald City until the flying monkeys come glitter. Elphaba's green skin, that's a kink waiting to happen. I need her to turn that broomstick into a double-ended dildo and ride it into Glinda's bubble like a horny Hulk. But no, she's too busy pining for some floppy-dicked Flyero.
Fiero. Yeah, to correct you. The gay person here.
Give me a scene where she's fisting the munchkins into a screaming chorus line of power bottoms. That's defying gravity, baby. And Glinda? Ariana Grande's out here with her ponytail and her pecky little rat. Oh my gosh. But where's the raunch? I wanted her bubble to pop and reveal a strap on the size of a traffic cone ready to peg the entire cast while singing Popular in a key only dogs and drag queens can hear. Instead, she's fluttering around like a straight virgin at a purity ball. Give me Glinda rimming Elphaba mid-flight or I'm burning Oz to the ground myself. And the flying monkeys? Those bitches should have been hairy leather daddies and ball gags, humping each other to techno remix of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. But no, they're just flapping around like some sad straight zoo escapees. I want a monkey gangbang, not this vanilla-ass bullshit. Anyway, on to DoorDash partnering with Klarna. Oh yes, queens. DoorDash said, pay for your tacos in installments. And I'm over here like, what in the broke-ass bottom hell is this? I'm ordering a $20 sushi roll with extra wasabi to shove up my ass for funsies. And now I'm financing it like it's a down payment on a glory hole subscription. Klarna's out here turning my late night munchies into a gay financial crisis. I'm 3 months behind on my mozzarella stick payments, and my credit score is lower than my standards at a foam party. I need DoorDash to make this nasty. Deliver my pad thai with a twink and a thong, dripping in coconut oil, whispering, tip me with your Venmo or your tongue, daddy. Klarna can repo my chicken nuggets all they want, but they better send a muscle bear to collect or I'm shoving that debt where the sun don't shine. And trust me, it's a dark, fabulous place. So there you have it, my dirty little deviants. Wicked needs to be... to stop being a cock tease and go full on gay porno. And DoorDash needs to turn this Klarna mess into a sweaty, slutty fever dream. Until then, I'll be over here lubing up my broomstick and dreaming of a world as filthy as my search history. Love you, you nasty freaks. Mwah.
Bravo.
That was beautiful.
My gosh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. That got so bad. I got so vulgar.
That got pretty dark.
Wow. All right, I'm back.
That's a typical day, and that's the sad thing is that's a typical day in the gay neighborhood.
Because like nothing sounded obscure to me.
That was so unfazed.
Very real.
That was completely normal.
I was like, did you get my journal?
Wow.
Wow. Thank you for that.
No, of course. Anytime. Once a year, actually.
Yeah. Did it reach a certain point where you were reading it like, should I continue reading this?
A couple times I was like, I don't know how much worse this got. I wonder if I make it even more inappropriate, what it would do. Like, where does it stop?
Doesn't.
Wow. Yeah, but my idea was I just watched Wicked and it wasn't gay enough. And people didn't.
Well, they
I
cut
didn't
out the
quite,
scenes. There was a scene apparently where Fiero was actually shirtless, and we're all demanding it.
Yeah. See,
So we're hoping that they release it.
So I did do your release. I did kind of channel my inner gay then on Wicked not being gay enough. I just took it to the next level.
Was not gay enough.
I had to talk about the Klarna partnering with DoorDash. You guys heard about that?
No.
I don't know.
Oh my God!
I
See, us people with crippling debt and Klarna addictions heard it. So Klarna is the pay in four thing. Affirm Klarna. It's if you're making a big purchase, you can essentially apply really quickly, and you can pay in 4 payments. It's usually every 2
Sarah.
weeks.
That's what you used to buy your jeans with, right?
Used to. I bought a pair of pants today with Klarna. Swear to God.
You know what makes sense? Maybe the pants are $80. You pay $20 a week for 8 weeks or for whatever, and it's no interest. So it's like, okay, no brainer. Clark just partnered with DoorDash. So now when you check out at DoorDash, you can pay your DoorDash order in installments. Yeah.
That's
my God.
sad. That one's sad.
I just got a shout out from Sean saying that I need to do gay reads every episode now.
I feel like I'm just getting kicked off the air now. I've gone 2 straight.
Well, speaking of gay reads, I do have a sports update.
Please.
Okay.
Can't wait to hear this.
Scott's got his dogs right by his side, walking tall, got nothing to hide. He's the host, the leader of the crew, never backs down, always true. In the ring, he's the man in charge. Life ain't...
Sorry, I haven't had a chance to play my theme song yet, so.
Yeah, and you chose the one episode where you're not the host.
I know. I should have yelled former. All right, you ready? All right, sports fans and clueless queens alike, welcome to this week's Sports Update, where we don't care about the stars, stats, but we do care about uniforms, drama, and which teams have the best color schemes. So let's dive in. First, NCAA men's basketball tournament. March Madness meets March Fabulousness. It's that time of year where straight men pretend to care about college basketball and we pretend to care about what they're talking about. The NCAA tournament is in full swing. And while I don't know what a three-peat is, I do know that UConn won't be doing it because Florida snatched their dream away in a nail-biting 77-75 game. Meanwhile, Kentucky took out Illinois in a matchup that I assume involved a ball and some running. But let's talk about the real drama. Kentucky's blue and white uniforms. Classic. Timeless. But Illinois in orange, that's a choice. Not a good one. NFL free agency. The boys are switching teams. NFL free agency
I get it.
is like musical chairs, but with way more money. The Tennessee Titans picked up kicker Joe Sly, and honestly, Sly sounds like he'd be a great addition to a boy band. Meanwhile, the Carolina Panthers are in talks with safety Julian Blackmon, providing once again that black is always in style. And while I don't understand the game itself, I do understand that NFL uniforms are basically drag costumes for aggressive stray men. Carolina's powder blue, love. Tennessee's navy and silver, meh. Major League Baseball, but make it fashion. Baseball is back, baby, and apparently the biggest news isn't who's winning, it's what they're wearing. The league is adding gold patches to the jerseys this season, which honestly, long overdue. If I have to sit through 3 hours of men standing around, they should at least sparkle. Also, Shohei Ohtani, who I do know because even the straights are obsessed, will be heading to Japan for the Tokyo series. Will I watch? No. Will I admire his symmetrical face? Absolutely. NCAA wrestling singlet season. Penn State's Carter Starucci made history by becoming the first ever 5-time NCAA champion, which sounds exhausting, but good for him. More importantly, wrestling uniforms, skin tight singlets. Need I say more? NBA playoffs. The real drama begins. With the NBA playoffs approaching, 26 teams are still fighting for a spot. And honestly, I respect the effort. Basketball uniforms are already among the better ones in sports. Sleek, minimal, and sleeveless. Thank you, designers. And let's be real. The real March Madness isn't the tournament. It's me trying to figure out what sport is even in season. But as RuPaul once said, you better work. And these teams are certainly doing that, whether it's on the court or just swerving looks. I don't know what that means.
Looks? Serving looks?
L-E-W. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay.
Boomer.
On a serious note, in a somber note, we bid farewell to the legendary George Foreman, who passed away at the age of 76. Beyond his boxing accolades, Foreman became a household name with his iconic lean, mean, fat-reducing grilling machine. Well, he's now grilling in the great beyond. His legacy ensures that our Panini press marks will forever be on point. Rest in peace, champ. That's it for this week's sports update, where we care less about stats and more about style. See you next week for more sports I don't understand, but will definitely judge.
I might have to steal your script next time I do it.
I know, it
It was pretty on point. Also, I only knew George Foreman because of the grill too. So let's be honest.
Sarah's like, wait, George Foreman was an athlete?
I slightly knew that, but I was explaining to somebody the day that he died. I said, George Foreman, and they're like, what? Young person. And I did say the grill. And she's like 18. He's younger than me. I said the grill, and she goes, I know who that is now. So yeah, I feel really old. Same girl I had to explain what a boombox was. So.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
Chris, do you know what a boombox is?
Yeah, it's like boom, 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 like the Costco guys.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
Yeah, I found out about, I get all of my news from Facebook. George Foreman passing. My dad and my brother-in-law call me like Dr. Death because I always know when athletes or celebrities die from Facebook.
They'll call you. Is this true?
Yeah, but it's been, I get sucked into the rabbit holes of reels.
Oh yeah.
And you know how every
I just get sucked. Sorry, my microphone got out in too.
Yeah, well,
I'm the hole.
Nick, you're not that far off, because so now as I'm rolling through, I get advertisements every third reel, and I don't know how this got into my algorithm, but AI girlfriends are all over the place. And the first one, it's you're in this car and this AI girlfriend gets really close to the screen and starts humping you in the car, and the titties are flapping. And I guess I watched it for too long because now that's all that's in my feed is more AI girlfriends, more AI girlfriends.
It's why is this video 5 hours long?
I thought this was a reel, damn it.
Wow. So how many girlfriends do you have?
None, Chris. I can't sign up for another silly thing. I'm already signed up for Hard Rock Bets. But Sarah, what were you going to say?
Before I got rid of Facebook, the ad that constantly popped up for no reason, might I add, I never clicked on anything, was Star Wars. Well, this is going to sound bad then. Star Wars strippers.
Me too.
Oh.
It's the Empire Strips Back.
Yes, that's okay. Oh my God. I'm so glad it's not just me.
We're in the same camp. We watch the same videos, Sarah.
Yeah, okay.
Revenge of the Seamen.
It was playing in Philly. The Empire Strips Back.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not alone on that one. I was why does it keep popping up? I keep pressing hide ad. I don't want to see it. I don't care about it. No.
Wait, you can hide ad?
Yeah.
Yeah, not for later, Scott.
That's save. You want to save that for later.
Scott, did you say you get your news from Facebook?
Yeah.
What did that change? I thought you got all your news from Truth Social. That's what you were telling me.
No. I'm a CNN guy. Blue sky all the way, baby.
Nah, it's completely false. I have the text message right here.
Sarah, I haven't, I talked about my gambling addiction a couple months ago, right around the Super Bowl. And I wanted to give an update if that's okay.
Please do.
So, for the Super Bowl, I put in 300. I won a total of 400. So net gain of 100. And then I discovered basketball and betting on spreads, and now it's in March Madness. So I'm literally betting on 4 games a day. It started with 2 bets a day, a parlay, and then a kind of a sure thing so I could break even for the day. And now I'm betting all over the place. I'm betting, are the teams going to end with even numbers? Are they going to end with odd numbers? So I'm talking to Chris the other day, and he says there's a horse race thing. So I immediately, I have to know.
Context. I was on the phone with Scott betting on digital horses.
Like, we're not good for each other right now because I'm trying to do digital horse race gambling. Well, right now I'm like between bets because my account's running low. So I don't want to upload more money. I don't want to deposit more money because if I can make this money last, then I can push for like $1,000 for football season from my wife. Like, I can ask her for $1,000. So, Chris and I are watching Monday Night Raw, and I am for sure on something that's going to happen today. So I'm like, hey, I'll bet you $50 it happens. And he's like, no, I don't think so.
He pushed
so
for
then
it
I'm
a
trying
lot.
to what?
You were pushing for me to take the bet a lot too.
I was, and you would have won.
I would have won.
You would have won.
I would have won.
But I'm trying to bet my daughter on. I'm trying to bet with everybody. It's a problem, and I don't care.
You know what you do to avoid depositing more money into the account, Scott?
What's that?
You should just invest more money into the account.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant to say.
No, it's different.
I agree.
It's different. I need help.
Well, it could be worse. See, I don't gamble, okay, because I feel like that's just throwing away money because I never win. But something
yet, yeah. You can't win if you don't play.
Yeah, and I won't. I work too hard. I got to deal with too many people to make the money I make.
That's fair.
So I thought social media, getting rid of it was going to be a good thing for me, which it has been. It's been fantastic. But I was trying to get rid of a lot of the outlets that I buy through, but I forgot to delete or not enable the push notifications for places like Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret and stuff like that. So since I last spoke to you, 7 days ago, I've been to Bath and Body Works 5 times. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah. I love all your faces. I don't even want to show you the collection of stuff that I have because then my husband would see the full collection. Okay. So this is the problem.
You collect soap?
Well, it's more than that, Chris. It's soap, hand sanitizer, body gel, body lotion, and body spray. Okay.
What
but
flavor?
It's all the same scent.
And the wallflowers. They are, goddammit. And this is why. Okay.
I'm speaking your language now. I know where you're going.
I'm speaking directly to Logan at the Port Orange Bath and Body Works right now. Okay. I walked in to get myself one body spray. It smelled delicious. I wanted it. And he says, oh my God, isn't this great? Disney is no longer, it's a collab with Disney. Okay. It's the Princess Collection. No, see, so you understand.
I do. It was a gift.
So, mine were all gifts to myself, okay? Because there was a scent from like 10 years ago, maybe a little less because I don't want to age myself here, or my body lotion. And it was my absolute favorite smell. And it's not one that they come out with. They come out with the shitty smells from like high school that remind me of the locker room when all the girls were spraying themselves like Axe. Nobody needs more Axe.
No.
All right. But this scent.
It's pronounced ask.
What? Listen, this scent. I walk in and Logan says to me, isn't it awful? Disney is no longer collaborating with Bath and Body Works. So the collection that we have, whatever we have, is what we've got. And once it's gone, it's gone.
Meanwhile, Facebook just announced that they signed an extension. So you missed that one.
I'd be so pissed.
Logan's a piece of shit.
I am over here. And when I tell you that between my home and my job being 40 minutes apart, there are 4 Bath and Body Works.
Oh no.
And every one of them knows my face. Every one of them. Because the problem is that they all have different stuff. All right. I forgot to mention I have the candle too. Now, You think I have more than one princess? No, I don't. I have one princess. And I have 4 body sprays, 3 lotions, 2 gels, 6 of the wallflowers, 5 hand soaps. And then see what happened was yesterday I ordered myself 6 hand sanitizers for $1, right? It was a great deal. All right.
You know, COVID's a good deal, right?
There was no, that's the problem. They always have a good deal. Screw the push notifications. Okay. I go in, I get myself the 6 hand sanitizers because I think, all right, this is, they haven't had any at any of the stores. They're finally here.
I don't understand why you need like all of that stuff. The lotion is good enough for me.
No, see, and I'm not a lotion. You're so, oh my God, right over my head.
I'm usually so backed up it would.
So I purchased my 6 hand sanitizers, all right, and I used one, became obsessed. So what did I do? I ordered 5 more at one of the stores. Well, I was getting a little nervous because they hit, you know, the point of no return where I'm like, okay, they're sold out and I'm not going to get this. My order is not going to be fulfilled. So what do I do, guys? I ordered 5 at a different store. And this was yesterday. 15 minutes after I placed the order, it says, hey, your order's ready. I'm like, this is fabulous. It's guaranteed. This morning I wake up, I get a notification. Your other order has been confirmed. It's ready for pickup. So now I'm going to have a total of like 25 hand sanitizers.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Sarah's like, Thingamabobs? I've got 20.
I literally, because this is the funny thing. It's all Ariel. So I get home with my new lotion and I go, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Don't you think my collection's complete? I get so excited. So like
Sarah's hoping for someone in China to bite the head off of a bat just so that she's prepared.
Listen, the reseller in me, Chris, okay, you know how much I've paid for Bath and Body Works stuff after it's been retired? It's ridiculous. I don't want to admit to it.
I kid you not. Emily comes home with the Ariel hand soap, a gift from one of her students. The first thing I did was pulled out my phone and scanned the label on eBay to see how much it was selling for, whether or not to use it or to resell it.
That's
got
okay.
$17 for it. I mean,
I got backups. Okay, we can work together, Chris, because I have them on deck. It started out with let me buy the collection for myself and let me buy a collection to resell. And then I started using it and I smelled so good that now I have one of the big, and then I walked in the other day, I ordered an Ariel body spray and they do this thing. And I know they do it on purpose where they go, just look around for a second while we get your order. Screw you. Screw you, because you know I'm going to look around. You know everything's on sale, and you know I'm going to spend money.
So here's the thing.
Go ahead, Nick. Sorry.
I worked at Bath and Body Works for 7 years.
Do you get a good discount working there?
So here's the thing. So I learned how they work and how they like to. I actually did a report on this when I was in college too. Scott, college is a thing that most people go to after they graduate high school. We'll get into that later. Graduation.
I know all about high school, Nick.
Graduation. Graduating.
Scott's like, I watched College Girls Gone Wild. I know exactly what.
So I worked there for 7 years, so I understood kind of the process of what Bath and Body wanted to do.
Sorry, Chris just said something. I used to love the commercials for College Girls Gone Wild. I so wanted to order the VHS.
Yeah, we know the VHS.
But I kind of learned their thought process. Bath and Body is all about looking at it. They didn't care much how much money they made. It was how much products they sold, basically. So anytime we had the buy 3 get 2 free, I worked there. I actually never officially quit. I just kind of
stop showing up.
Well, I told my manager I had another job to work, and then just never told him my availability. So after that,
what was your employee number?
Your discount.
That's my employee number. So here's the thing. So we could either get the employee discount, which was like 30%, or we could use the coupons, which were better.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
So I used to like hoard coupons like no other, because people would be like, oh, I'm actually not going to use this coupon today. I'm like, okay. So I had a shit ton of coupons, but Yeah, they teach you as an employee, and we weren't commission based either. I was making $5.15 an hour at minimum wage. So I hate that they're so pushy there because they still get me, and I used to work there. I know how they work. And I go in with Sean, and every time I go in with my husband, I have to hold him back. I'm like, because they're always like, oh, this is buy 3, you get 2 for free. We don't need 5.
Meanwhile, I text Lewis and he's like, you want to go on my break? I'm like, no.
To Bath and Body Works?
Yes. Yeah, because one is right around the corner from his job.
They got decent sized bathrooms.
Well, maybe for the employees. I've never seen them, or else they would have been occupied by me.
Son of a bitch. Sorry. Gotta interrupt. Just got a push notification. The Magic beat the Lakers. I just lost $70 because I bet against the Magic. This is this is the problem when you start betting against your team. Anyway, continue.
Too bad you didn't buy some Bath and Body Works to resell. Then I walked in the other day, that pushy woman, that uppity woman who says, oh, what are you here for? What's your favorite princess? What's your favorite smell? I'm like, I know what I'm here for, ma'am. I'm here for my pickup order. She looks me dead in the face and goes, here, take another. You're going to regret it. You know what I did? I fucking bought it. So now, because I had that moment where I was like, she's right. I know I shouldn't, but I'm still, I knocked my camera. See, I got so
you got so worked up there.
I really did. Oh, I'm struggling. Oh, well. Anyways, hey guys, I'm up here. So now I bought it and she goes, you have this small bag. I said, you know what, Karen, shut up. Shut up. I hope I don't run into her when I go to pick up my order tomorrow, because I'm just going to be in debt. Now I have one of those big, huge bags with so much stuff. So I don't gamble, but I kind of do, because who knows if I'm going to use it all before it goes bad.
Yeah. It's always a gamble. You can always return it, though. Their return policy is like amazing.
Yeah, I know.
People used to return shit that was like 10 years old there.
Well, I might have some of those when I was looking through. I have, I don't know if you guys will know, I'm old school. Scott, you remember those train cases from like the 60s, 70s? Like, oh, no. Okay.
How old do you think I am?
What kind of trains you talking about?
Old enough.
You have a pretty bad history with trains. What are we talking about?
Oh my God.
I'm just trying to be clear here.
I've never been on one. I just like the accessories for it.
I was just curious why you would be into it.
I am an accessory for it, okay? So, Jesus Christ. Listen, it's okay. I can say it.
You can. I was just leading you there. I wasn't going to say anything.
I have 2 train cases, like those Samsonite old school train cases full of Bath and Body Works.
You're going to have to explain way more what a train case is, what a Samsonite is.
Do you know? Oh God, you know those luggage sets, the hard case luggage sets from back in the day. They came in like a set of, I don't know, big, medium, small, and then you'd have the little one that was for like your makeup items and.
Right, I use it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Of course.
So you have a suitcase, Sarah.
It's a little suitcase that
Holy
you
shit,
bring
just
on
say a little suitcase. A train case?
That's what it's called.
A Samsonite train case?
You should know this, Chris.
It's a little suitcase.
It's more than that. I just call them
regular sized suitcases.
Well, now this is where we differ in this.
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
This is why I make the big bucks.
If I'm carrying my luggage, I don't want something from the 60s. It's going to rip.
Okay. I love you,
but
Chris.
You do. Hold on.
But no.
This is a part of the collector's thing. It's kind of like I have all my original Care Bears, and I have the original small little carrying case, the Care Bear carrying case
this
that
got really weird.
Yeah, the Care Bears.
Yeah.
The Care. You don't know the Care Bears?
Oh, I care. I about what you're about to say. Please don't. Nick's my Care Bear.
I'm your favorite Care Bear.
Yeah, that took a really weird turn.
My husband, I'm so sorry. I said, go get me one of my train cases. He said, one of your what cases?
Thank you.
It's Lewis, mini suitcase.
The mini suitcases with the Bath and Body Works stuff in it.
Don't rip it.
Whoa.
No.
See, I was
No.
defending you for a minute because I thought you were putting the trains in the train cases like it helps
It's
the resale
not
value.
like I need everybody to go on Google. Okay, this is a research project. All right, Samsonite. You got the big, medium, small. They don't rip because they're hard cover, Chris. They're like.
All right,
Solid.
everybody can see it now. It looks like you're carrying like what is this?
They're about to see
This
it
is
in
what you
person.
have? This leather?
Yeah. Oh, look at the third one in the green one. No. Look at that one right there. The one. Yeah. See that?
These are indestructible. Yeah, these are indestructible. I know
Exactly.
these. Yeah.
I love them.
They
Okay.
sell these at the thrift store and they're all locked.
I can't
with no key.
travel with it. Oh my God,
If
that's
you
the
want
one
to
I
know what we're
have.
looking at, oh my God, I had one of those.
I
God
have-
damn it.
You could kill someone with one of these.
And if you want to know what we're looking at, you can always watch us as we're recording live on YouTube every Monday night around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, my parents actually had one of these. They're just like old little suitcases.
My poor husband just dug out and came out with my medium-sized suitcases. This is what he
So-
thought. See, now we all need to have an
I
education on
misunderstood.
this.
I misunderstood. I thought you were putting model trains in
Yeah,
these.
see, I was in the
That's
same
where you
camp.
had me
They
lost.
are
No, this is for
the other ones are too.
it's
Look.
like luggage for. Yes, I had one
yeah.
of those. Oh my God.
And then
Yeah.
when
For
you
trips
open
on
it up,
trains.
it's Bath and Body Works.
Whoa, what's the thing on the left?
Don't you have a caboodle?
I can't show you what else is in there in the pockets. Okay, there might be paraphernalia or something. All right, but then we have this one that's
Like a
full
ghost?
of Bath and Body Works. And Nick, when you want to talk about things that are 10 years old,
Paraphernalia,
how long
not
has it been since
paranormal.
you've seen one of those bottles?
That's from when I worked there. So
Is that Japanese cherry blossom?
No, I would never buy that
Sun-ripened
because it smells like
raspberry.
a locker room. This one's Sweet Pea. It's just as bad.
I'm trying to remember the set. We used to have nicknames for them. Anytime we had to go to the back room to restock the shelves, I had a nickname. One of them I called Puke, and I think that was a plumeria or something like that.
I have
Chlamydia?
that one too. They're all.
Yeah.
I have.
There was like
it's-
Moonlight Path was disgusting.
I have that one. Wait, why do you have? Why the ones I have are disgusting?
Sarah's sitting at her
Thanks.
computer or on these going, I want more.
I'll send you all mine.
I have lotions, creams, mini versions. I got
What's
them
the difference between a
all.
lotion and a cream?
The bottle, I
could use some
guess.
more
I don't
lotion.
know.
A lotion is lighter, cream is thicker.
They both
Maybe
work.
that's
Bath
why
and Body
my
Works works
tan
the
doesn't
best.
stick on certain parts that I put lotion on because I use cream. See, this is a
Wait, your
struggle.
Tan sticks?
Yeah, somebody complimented my tan yesterday, and I was
Yeah,
like,
she uses spray tan.
yeah, no, well, it's a mousse,
Oh.
okay? I try. Somebody said, oh my God, your skin, it's so beautiful. It's like a nice olive color. I said, thanks. It's Saint Tropez tanning mousse. And she's like, no, it's like, you look beautiful. And I was like, ma'am, look at my elbows. It's fake. I promise. My elbows are like dark brown and so are my knuckles, okay?
Look at my elbows.
I did. I have no shame. I went, ma'am, please look at my elbows. It's not pretty. It's fake. I promise. Because I work
Take a
on
look at this
beach.
weenus. This is not a
You know what? Next time I'm going to say exactly that, actually.
Whip out the weenus. Yeah.
Yeah, I love using words that freak people out. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Thanks for that idea. Anyways, thanks for letting me vent while you were talking about your gambling about my Bath and Body Works experience because I've become addicted. I really have. I think I need to turn off my notifications after I get my orders picked up, though.
Of course, yes.
Maybe you should send somebody else because I feel like you're going to buy more when you pick up your orders.
Well, yeah, of course, because I'm looking for other princesses now in hand sanitizers and stuff
me
because
know
I
if you find
focused
Belle.
on one. Belle has a whole collection,
Perfect.
and she
I'll be in
smells
Bath and Body
delicious.
Works
By the way,
tomorrow. Oh,
she
yeah,
does. She does. So I don't need to spend any more money, though. I think we're good.
That's what Klarna's for.
Unless I start getting paid from the podcast since I've been promoted. So, guys, we have Cliff Notes this evening.
That's
Nick?
not how you do it.
All
But there
right.
you go.
How do you? Sorry, Scott. I thought this was my show.
Yeah, it is.
I
Sorry.
thought so too, actually.
Sorry, my bad.
Hey,
Sorry.
Nick, you ready for Cliff Notes?
You bet I am.
I like it.
It's been quite the show, a lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
I should have rehearsed my Chris voice more, because you nailed the gay voice.
Oh, thank you. I did practice a lot.
I thought you were going to say you nailed me, and we all know that.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, and I kid you not, I did practice. I was in the shower. I was driving today practicing.
Love that. So tonight's our April Fool's episode, and Sarah hosted tonight, which she did a great job. Normally she's the quietest person of the episode, but she told us that people always tell her, when are you going to stop talking? And the answer to that question is actually Mondays at 8 p.m. on YouTube.
Whenever Lewis is in her mouth. I'm sorry.
Oh, excuse me. Whose Cliff Notes are these tonight?
He's right, though.
Frustrating.
Yeah. Sarah mentioned that she wanted to play with Rachel's lightsaber, and my money is definitely on Sarah playing with it before Scott does. Chris doesn't like to read books because, according to him, why read when he can run a fake football league team instead? He tells his wife he's working late, but really he's just out there losing to 12-year-olds on Madden. Honestly, the only fantasy bigger than his franchise is in my pants.
Could be true.
During COVID, Scott had two choices: bond with his daughter or go live on Facebook. Naturally, he chose the path of every great father, building his personal brand while his kid builds resentment. Parenting level influencer. Chris took over the Move On Gay segment tonight. Thank you, Chris. You did a great job. Almost better than I did. Because it was April Fool's, we decided to switch our roles around a little bit, and somehow he made it even gayer than the Wizard of Oz. I expected him to click his heels 3 times and teleport straight to Fire Island. And also, I don't know why we didn't have Scott do that portion of the segment, because he didn't even need to do a fake gay accent. So Scott just found out about DoorDash and Klarna teaming up together, and he's very excited about this. He's going to order his Big Gulp Diet Coke. Apparently he thinks this is the new diet miracle. Newsflash, no amount of flexible payments is going to help you lose weight than your idea of a diet soda that's still as empty as your New Year's resolution.
Oh my God, that got dark.
All right, and that's a wrap. A huge thanks to our host, Petty Picasso, who after this episode is probably going to head to Bath & Body Works for the 6th time this week, because nothing says I'm thriving like stocking up on warm vanilla sugar scent from 2003. Because who needs personal growth when he can smell like a middle school locker room? And those are my Cliff Notes.
Nice job.
Those were amazing.
I had the locker room joke before you even mentioned locker room.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
We may have to do this role reversal thing more.
I know.
More often. I think everybody did better in their new roles.
In all transparency, Scott's like messaging our group chat, and he's like, "Chris, did you send Nick the Cliff Notes?" No, I did. Well, ChatGPT helped me with some. Chris sent me 2 that I used, but I did the rest. So I'm proud of
Nick did a great job.
ChatGPT.
Those were great, and your delivery was fantastic.
I thank you.
Nick always delivers.
Chris knows that too well.
All right, Sarah, this is everybody's favorite part, the ending of the show.
All right,
Good
guys. Aw.
Aww.
Maybe for Scott, he has to go to bed. We can stay up if you want, though, guys. It's up to you.
Wow.
No, really. Thank you for the intention behind telling me 48 hours beforehand. I really appreciate it. Next time, give me a little bit more warning. Okay, I'll get myself a little more together. But thank you guys for listening to me talk this week. It feels nice to let it out. Honestly, vent it a little bit. Yeah, it's been great.
It's like therapy.
It really is. Except usually I just listen to you guys have therapy. So no,
Which might require you to have more therapy.
We're working on that. No, it was a lot of fun. So thank you guys for letting me host tonight. Do we have anything fun going on with the kids this weekend, guys?
we have an art show. So I'm hoping we get an award this year. So Piper's art shows this week, and that's about all I have, honestly. I start kickball.
Oh, hell
Ooh,
yeah.
yay.
I know I talked about it last week. I start kickball on Sunday. We haven't practiced.
Please stretch, Nick.
I guess we just I know. I'm like, we have no practice. I guess we just show up and kick balls. I don't know what we're doing. So
yes, please stretch.
I'll
Just a word from the wise. Take the 10 minutes.
Well, I just want a story to tell for like 9 months about my Achilles tendon.
Chris?
Yeah, so Saturday we're doing our monthly, which we skipped a couple months, monthly breakfast brunch with the cousin, and the cousin is so we go over to Emily's sister's house, and the cousins are my daughter and her son, and they're getting to that age. Well, not getting that age. He's a few months younger than Ellie, but Ellie's becoming very curious about things. So she's like starting to beat the shit out of him unintentionally. But like he came over today.
She watches a lot of wrestling.
I wonder how she learned that. She, I kid you not, today she chokeslammed him through a table.
Going like this.
She chokeslammed him through a table until he acknowledged her. And, no, but like, yeah, she starts like, she doesn't understand her own strength or weight yet. So she just like starts climbing all over him, and he's like very wobbly still because he's a couple months younger. So I have to like restrain her. I had to buy the leash early. So we have her on a leash now. When she's around her cousin. That's totally fake. I don't know if that's incriminating, so I'm just going to say that was satire. That's not. I think that's I don't know.
It's 2025. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't think they have baby leashes.
Definitely do.
Not babies.
Yeah.
Not for babies.
Oh no, toddlers.
Yeah. So just that was satire, guys. We don't have her on a leash yet. But yeah, it's really funny watching her. Today she snuggled with me for the first time, which is really cute. It was like 3 seconds. I think it was an accident. I think she fell into me, but I did definitely hold her really tight so she couldn't get up, and she started crying. But it was so cute until she started crying. It was really nice. But the worst part, and I'll end my 30-second story, because there's just so much that happened this week. She started her separation anxiety stage, which is very annoying. So every time we leave the room, she cries. So it's really annoying.
So we gotta talk about that a little, because we're out of. Let's really dive into that.
Oh, are you the host? Are you hosting again, Scott? Just brushing me off. What if I wanted to talk about this? What if there was something that was really? No, you know what? Never mind. I don't want to talk about it. It's okay.
Hey, Chris, you want to talk about it next week?
That sounds great, Sarah. Yeah, I'd love to talk about it.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was a good idea, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Scott, you should have come up with something like that. You piece of shit.
Scott, do you have anything going on? I was actually thinking about skipping you because you usually skip me, but I'm not that person. So do you have anything going on this week?
I don't skip you. I don't even go around the room anymore. I just say, does anybody have anything? And then they just speak up. Oh, speaking up is something that you do.
That was a good one.
Cute, Scott. Cute.
Yeah, no, my daughter is, she's about a month away from her show. And conveniently her show is the same time period that Chris is here. So
we planned it that way.
Trying to juggle that around.
Scott's like, I want to be there every day. We're like, well, he can't be there one day at least if we plan it around the show.
Right. And yeah, that's anyway. So yeah, she's got that going on. I can't really talk about what's going on with Darren because it's not my story to tell. And then
whoa, what the fuck?
Oh, Michaela got it.
You can talk about the other kids.
You didn't even have to say anything, but you're like, you just had this very cryptic thing about Darren, like he's dying or something.
No, it's not.
He can tell you when he's ready.
My 19-year-old did get her first apartment.
Wow, so that's huge.
With her boyfriend.
Oh, it's very big.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what size it is. None of my business. Don't care. It's my daughter, Chris.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Does she need a new book called It's Not the Stork? You can find it on Amazon.
So yeah, we'll have to talk about that at some point. But our listeners can find me at sorry, I'll let you do this. Sarah,
oh no,
sorry.
it's fine. This week we have an art show this week too. Actually, Nick.
Hey.
Yes. Yes, our youngest is in an art club, and she had her art submitted for a show, actually. So
Awesome.
I'm right with you. And we're going to Disney tomorrow, Scott. We're meeting up with Yadiel from the Nerd Archive podcast.
Oh, nice. He's in town.
He and his wife are coming down with the kids, so we're going to play hooky tomorrow and go to Hollywood Studios. So
Oh, very cool.
yes, it's going to be fun. Okay, where can everybody find you guys? Scott.
Oh, they can find me on all of our social media links. They're on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. That's where they're at.
Yay, Nick.
You can find me at Emotional Sports Gay Nick on the Instagram and Sandpiper Vacations on all social media platforms where you can book your dream vacation.
Chris?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm still kind of just beat up about. I hope Darren's okay now. I have no idea.
I'm very concerned.
He's fine.
But anyway, I just want to take this time to shout out Jaws. Happy birthday, Jaws.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
His birthday was last week, and I wanted to give him a show. It was actually 2 weeks ago now. Listen to this, so happy birthday, Jaws. You can find me on Instagram though if you want, at Chris Yacht.
And you can find me on the TikTok at SuperSarah94. All right. Thank you guys for coming. Oh, how do we end the show?
And thank you for listening.
That's usually how we end.
I guess I was talking to the people in the comments. That was
If
the
Lewis walks by one
YouTube.
more time.
That was the YouTube ending, not the episode ending.
They do that for you. They never do that for me.
On behalf of our producer Alex, Nick, Chris, Scott, myself, Sarah. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week.
But we won't actually see them.
Oh my god. You'll listen to us next week.
April Fools.
See you later, poopy bus.
No new friends, just the old and the bold. In the world of gays, we're the ones you hold. Scott, Chris, Sarah, and Nick, a tale to be told. Welcome to the podcast where adulting unfolds. Where adulting unfolds.